name is Roye Robley. I'm a record producer. I'm a percussionist, musician, teacher. You name it, I do it in the music business. When I was in 5th grade, for whatever reason, my best friend at the time was like, "Hey man, we should start a band." And I was like, "Oh, I play drums," but I really didn't play drums. I just had drums and I banged on them. But yeah, we started a band in middle school, and we got a bunch of friends together, and none of those kids really took it very seriously, but I started to really like it, so I started playing all the time. The production side of it came from the fact that I was just so disappointed all the time. Every time I'd go to a studio in the area, and we'd shell out $500 or $1,000 for a recording, and I got it back, and I was always really disappointed in it because the guys that we had recorded with were not taking the project as seriously as we were. My bands and I just got sick of doing that, so I got an old computer and I downloaded some software on it, and I just started messing around with it, and then I realized, hey, this is really fun. This is really cool. Just started working with my own bands and just using them as guinea pigs. In 2012, I thought, well, this is getting pretty serious. I think I could do this for another band, for these kids that came to a lot of our shows, my band shows in Whiting, Indiana. And I thought, well, you know what? I'll ask these kids. And those kids were Detour North, Nobody Move, Arvia, Enough for Now. I worked with a band called Empty Gesture, Water the Tyrants, a metal band. I'm working with Belmont right now. I'm working with Shoot the Messenger. I'm working with Stop Drop Rewind, a band called Wayside Story, As We Once Were, Shag Harbor Cathedral. I mean, probably if I sat here and thought about everything I've worked on, including the R&B and rap acts, it's easily over 20. It's probably more like 25 acts so far in the last 2 years or so. I would love to work with a band like Sleeping with Sirens. I mean, just to be able to work with somebody with that range vocally, Callan Quinn. I'd love to work with that. I mean, just all the possibilities I'm dreaming up of all the different harmonies I could have him sing. Especially recorded music isn't as valued as it used to be, and as a matter of fact, most people just steal it or they buy it for 99 cents on iTunes, and the artist gets 5 cents of that or something. But what I would really encourage people to do is go out and buy physical copies of a record. If you can buy them at a local show, if it's a local band, or you go to Best Buy or go through the band's website and buy a disc there, because that is what really helps a band. Those physical copies, that still is where the band sees most of their money in recorded media. And plus, it just sounds better. The CDs still sound better than an iTunes file. Go out and actually buy physical copies and appreciate the hard work that went into that recording, because even if the album isn't any good, somebody still worked really hard on it. I think my favorite part about it is establishing relationships with fans. That is the best byproduct of this job, because I love being able to say hey, I started out not knowing any of these guys, and it was super awkward and super weird, and they were coming down into my basement and recording tracks, and it was really weird. And then somewhere along the way, we broke the ice and we became friends. I learned so much. I mean, I probably learn more from bands than they do from me. In terms of playing, in terms of musicality, and sometimes it's a personal thing. I learn, how to be a better person from them. So.